If your inventory does not look like this and it's filled to the brim with just a bunch of random things, this video is going to help you out today. As requested by a commenter in one of the previous videos, you can clearly see that my bag space is, well, not in too dire need of attention. I actually have a lot of excess space. Now, inventory management is a core part for any MMO. However, this game does a very bad job of slow gating how much stuff you need to hold on to you. So in this video, I'm going to go over exactly what you should probably hold on to in your bag versus what you should keep in your storage. Now, the good news about this game is that the crafting is a smart crafting system. So whether or not you have items in your bag or if you have items in your inventory manager, like so, it will account for everything in your inventory and everything in your stash. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of extra bag spaces. However, 3 of these are from leveling up through just the story campaign. So if you have a bunch of alts, but you're only really playing on one character a lot, take some of the bags away from them and put them into this stash. The inventory manager here at Cloudrise actually gives you access to both stash and account storage. Account storage, if you want to trade between characters really easily, you put them in here. And for regular stashes, this is on a per character basis. So, worst case scenario, you can make another character, come to Cloudrise, and then just give them a bunch of high level bags and whatnot, whether you get through quests, through leveling up through the main story, or by crafting them yourself, which we'll go over right now. Before properly telling you what you should hold on to, you need to increase your overall bag space amount. Thankfully, there's this workshop right here that you can go to, and the recipe vendor right next to it. However, you do not need to use this workbench like this poor sap is doing right now. In fact, if you just hit I, then hit this bottom tab, you can immediately start crafting everything you need without having to touch anything at all. As you can see right there, I just crafted PvE Silstone 2s without being anywhere near the workbench. Same thing with crafting. With the appearances, fishing gear, all of it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be anywhere near through the campaign. Regardless. Don't matter, don't need it. You do need to talk to this guy, however, for the recipes. I recommend everyone go to the Stocking tab. Just learn everything here. But what you all are here for this video is you're going to want to come for these pouches. Now you can actually able to craft the extremities pouch, the grass pouch, and the snow pouch relatively easily, and you can sell them on the marketplace if you want to make some money. Now the requirements for the snow pouch are these silk that you get from hard modes pretty effectively, so don't feed these materials to your pet. Not a good idea. You'll need them for crafting. The extremities pouch also uses them, however, this gives 10 slots, while the snow pouch gives 12, but the 12 slots require 8 per cloth, while the extremities pouch, let me go ahead and buy this, I believe only costs, oh, do I have to learn it? No, it's already learned, cool. I believe it is only 3, yep, it's 3. So if I wanted to make myself some 10 slot bags real quick to fill out my inventory space and my storage space, this is how you can get a quick boost to your overall inventory slots. Now the grass pouch, you can get fairy fabric and make 14 slot bags. This will not only take a bit, it also costs a lot of gold to just craft even one of these. Whereas crafting one only costs 22 gold. If you're in the beginning stages of leveling up and playing solo, I'd recommend starting with the extremities pouches. It uses less resources for the most amount of inventory slots you could possibly have. If you eventually want to progress to the snow pouches and the grass pouches, you can hit the hover over the exclamation or the question mark right here, and you can see the sources of where you can learn these recipes all throughout the game. Now, what to keep in your inventory? So, first off, you want as many bag spaces as you possibly can, obviously. So anything 14 or higher. So you can get the 16 slot bags from one, joining a guild, which I believe is the Jade Box or the Dragon Star bag, one of the two. The other two, I believe I got them through going through all of the PvE tutorial missions. So when you hit J, you go through all of this right here. It'll pop up on the side. You won't have required for PvE until you finish all of the tutorial. That's where I had those bags, I believe. As far as what to keep them in here with your highest level bags you have on you, I recommend the seal stones, the PvE seal stones, and the PvP seal stones. That way you know exactly where you're at. You know with just one button press, hey, okay, I have enough to craft some seal stones on me right now. I also keep these gem boxes together. That way, if I do need a gem or if I want to level them up, because you can mix and match gems. So, for example, if I opened up 2, or let's do 3 red ones, because I think I need 3 red ones for ranking this up. So, if I need to upgrade gems right here, like I need an upgraded red gem. Okay, well, I need 3 of these, so I'm going to go ahead and hit I, go to crafting, socketing, go to red, and then, okay, cool, I have enough, so I'm just going to craft. It's going to take a while, and then boom. That way I don't have to waste the inventory space of having, you know, multiple different gem types inside of my inventory like I do in my stash, where I have some raw resources like this. You want to avoid something like this, where you have the raw materials of base gems, if you can avoid it, right? And now I just technically wasted a slot, and it's air quotes around that, by just crafting one and putting in there. As far as gathering materials go, I throw them in my stash. I don't hold on to them, because if you have a full inventory of running around and just collecting all these different materials and whatnot, and you're hitting I, and then you're refining. When you refine stuff from your stash to make, let's say, yellow refined, these Yellowstone refined, they'll immediately go into your bag. So I only do refining when I'm just about to run out of inventory space in my inventory. So when I have like maybe 2 rows or a row left, then I'll start refining to condense my inventory, and then I'll put everything in my stash. The cloth I would keep on you, because they're not too hard, or they're not too easy to come by. However, you could also put them in your inventory, your stash inventory on your character. Or if you play on multiple characters, this is actually the perfect material to put into your account storage, so all of your characters have access to it. So if you run hards on multiple characters, you could put these materials in your account storage. You could stack this up even higher. As far as everything else, pieces for pets are fine. Most of your inventory is going to be filled with crafting resources, from my opinion, although I do not have 2 slots filled in, because I'm not really a crafting main. But there are 6-slot inventories that I could upgrade to 10 slots as well, and just completely increase my stash size. So it's just like World of Warcraft, except you do not have to pay for these. They're free. So you just drag any, like, you know, small wooden box if you have in your inventory or on one of your other characters, just drag and drop, it's there, right? If you have a couple of crafting alts or gathering alts, just stuff them filled with inventory with the really cheap 10-slot bags I showed you how to make with the 2-ply palace silk and whatnot, and you will be kosher in terms of inventory space. Also, one last thing to note, if you like the toys and whatnot, and you just want to like be able to spontaneously just launch them up and whatnot, you can keep them on you. These don't have a timer, but empty your inventory before you go and gather. I found that a lot of times I've stopped gathering just because I had a bunch of random things in my inventory. So if you're trying to min-max your gathering speed and whatnot, throw all your crafting materials into your stash. You could sort very easily by material or raw material with the drop-down menu. You're able to have, man, I don't know, so many different types of materials in this game. It's going to feel like you're running out, but with proper inventory management and keeping items in boxes for as long as you can. I don't have any boxes in me right now, but these like roast goose, tender fillet, like all these food items that drop from boxes, you can only stack that to 20. However, there's a limited number of items that can come from those boxes. So if you have those boxes just stashed away because you don't want to spend the inventory spaces to fill them out, the food items are perfect for putting on another character or in your account stash tab. Just as an extra, bag slot. Play around with what you have and be mindful of when you need it and why you need it. I keep a fishing rod on me. The parchments, I have the extra space on my character, so I keep them on me, but these should probably be moved over to my stash as well. Bounty tokens. Now, these tokens, if you plan on doing a lot of PvP and whatnot, and you're near your cap, this is when you would want to pop them. But save and hold on to these and put them into your stash if you are not using them. However, if you're not a PvPer, you're never going to PvP on the character, just use them and get them out of your inventory. No reason to hold on to them. You're not missing out if you do. Heartstrings, same thing. Go to your stash. Essentially, you're going to want to make sure that all your fishing stuff is in a neat little pile. So I've got my tool down here, and then I have all my fishing stuff on the other side. That way I can quickly see from a glance, oh, I have this much left. This is a quest item. This is a good example of me not clearing out my inventory. I should just move these out. I really don't need them there. Same thing with these elixirs. These elixirs reduce the cooldown of your Cirrus Drive a little bit, so I keep them on me in case I need to get somewhere quickly. And I just like, oh, my Cirrus Drive's on cooldown. Pop it. You don't want to be caught with your pants down without this. Recipes, once you learn them and whatnot, you'll see this green check mark. You can sell the recipes on the market themselves, or you can give it to another character. Totally up to you. But that's pretty much it. Like the event stuff as well, it's on a on-use basis, whether or not you want to use them or not. I mean, it's totally up to you. The pet stuff can probably go in your stash as well. But like I said, most of your inventory space is on your person. So if you're having much more of an inventory space than this, then I would recommend honestly leveling up another character and using their stash and their free bags that they get and start using them to transfer some stuff out. Again, probably the most important tip for the entire video, come to this recipe vendor right here, buy the extremities pouch, and start crafting 10 slot bags. I haven't done it because I haven't had a need for it yet. So as long as you start making and crafting those 10 slot bags for yourself, you should be fine on all your inventory space, especially if you play on other characters. And you could even come over to the auction house as well. Let's see how much the prices are right now. If the prices aren't too out of range, you can actually just buy the bags themselves. Well, as you can see here, there is nothing in the inventory page, so everyone's been buying them out recently. Inventory is such a rare commodity. If you craft bags themselves and put them up on the auction themselves, you can actually make a good amount of money, it seems like. At least on the NA server. If you're on the EU, I don't know what your market looks like. But that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. So I want to thank again for leaving comments in the videos, seeing what you want to see, giving thumbs up and all that shit. I appreciate it. And if there's anything more you guys like to see, just let me know. Keep a note, I am going to be slowing down on solo content for a little bit. I'm probably going to be playing Tribes of Midgard, and I'm going to be uploading some New World videos here in a second as well, probably. So, yeah, if you're subscribed for solo content, sorry, we're going to be putting this on the back burner for a little bit. There will be videos coming out in the near future. It's just that I got screwed over by raid ID locks and shit like that. So I have to wait till next Thursday to really start doing some of the super cool guy shit. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.